Canadian Banana Travels, featuring Salmon Arm.
Hey guys, welcome back to Canadian Banana Travels, and we're in the beautiful city of Chilliwack.
Yeah. So
Known for their cows and their corn mazes
Currently
and their
stocked-
Thai restaurants.
Yeah, currently stocked.
I don't know about
at
that, but known for like Cultist Lake. Yeah, so we got off work a little bit earlier and we drove right here from 5 o'clock, now it's 7 o'clock, and now we're doing our pit stop on our way to Merritt, and we're gonna grab some dinner.
Yay!
We're going to Thai Taste because that is what was recommended on Reddit, and we really prioritize Reddit.
Alright, this is the Pad Mao coconut curry, Pad Siu, and this is the
Chicken pad thai.
chicken pad
Very
thai.
basic.
Okay, we will eat. They're pretty big for $15.
It is.
Pretty big. Okay, so we just finished eating our dinner and it was pretty good. Now we're just shopping around dollar store just to get some snacks for our Airbnb later tonight.
Wanda doesn't even feel a hoop, but
We're trying to measure which one is heavier.
Even though
Even though they
they're
should
both
be the same. I think this
265
one's
grams, the
heavier.
same
What do you
bag,
guys think?
but there might be some variations.
Okay, so we did a quick pit stop at dollar store. Sorry, wait,
trying to show it off.
Yeah.
we got
Very
2
cheap.
bottles of water, 2 Gatorade Zeros, chip bag, popcorn for tonight for $12. Pretty good haul, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be driving home.
All thanks to Dollarama. Yeah, they still got good deals there. They got a lot of other good deals, so go check it out. See the back. Yeah. Start the wait. No, you didn't start the car yet.
What the fuck?
Now you started the car.
There. You should type in the Addy.
You have the address.
3358.
Okay, let me.
It's a beautiful night.
And then right. Oh, you're clear.
Woohoo! On the big road.
Going straight. Oh, there's a city traffic. There's more than I thought too.
Yeah, no more TransLink. Zero to just BC Transit.
Gas on a hybrid
here you go.
R4.
$50 down the drain.
There was about 300 kilometers left before filling gas.
$149. Not very cheap, but cheaper than Vancouver.
Will $50 get us a full tank?
It's
It could
okay.
be pretty close.
Damn, Andy. Where are we now?
This very, very quiet neighborhood in Merritt. We just stopped for the night, so we're now
Yeah.
loading.
It was such a
getting
fun
my-
drive. We drove
Getting my
for
stuff.
an
We
hour and
drove
a half.
a long time. From Chilliwack to here was about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
like,
almost 2 hours.
to 250
Yeah.
kilometers.
And our
something.
house is just over here, so I'll bring you guys there. And he's just getting ready with his car, bring everything into the Airbnb. But we basically get the entire basement suite, and it's 1,500 square feet. But just look at the, I don't want to be too loud because it's pretty late and it looks like a nice neighborhood. But yeah, this place is very high reviews, and the owner is like an old married couple, and they're retired, so they just lease out their basement suite to get some extra income. But look at their house. This is their house right here. Look at that. That is crazy. It's so pretty. We weren't sure if we could park here, so we parked here instead. But yeah. There's a code we need to input to get in. What happened?
So that sound, you hear that sound?
Yeah.
Right, it was really loud, and I was like, it sounds like it's coming from this, but like I wasn't sure if it was a device or something, so I just kicked the bushes. Stop.
Instantly stop. Amazing.
Okay, I think it might be
Yeah,
down here.
down here and then activate the code. They have an RV here. Every house here has an RV.
Get in.
Okay, so
No
we
bugs.
made it inside the Airbnb, guys.
All right. Wow.
They said shoes off, so we take our shoes off. And they even gave us some like goodies to eat. But yeah, we'll do a tour of it. Let's read this. House rules. Shoes off in suite. Please sign guest book. Check out 10 a.m. Enjoy your stay. So we have just the bed right here. And this is crazy. And I think it was like less than, it was like 60 a person or something like that.
Total.
It's a garbage.
Look at that.
Can feel for where things are.
There's like so many rooms too. Okay, so we got a house tour from the sweet lady Donna.
Yeah, from the landlord, Donna. She was super sweet. Fun fact, her and her husband built like 5 houses, like kind of around like then the few blocks, and they just like Airbnb some of the suites out. Anyway, so she just gave us a really lengthy room or Airbnb tour, and we're gonna replicate it for you. I don't know, I guess they obviously very vintage style, so this was actually originally her mother's suite, but unfortunately, you know, her mother passed away and now she kind of got rid of everything and just been Airbnb-ing it out. Here we got like the living room-ish, which is also like the second bed, and her husband is a carpenter, and he like man-made this like frame here, because originally it's like a sling and it's super uncomfortable. They have a very antique old phone, which unfortunately doesn't work, but has all the components for it to work. But the government was like, don't do it.
Yes.
So I think that's kind of funny.
They
That's
have
suspicious.
Netflix, they have Crave,
It's like a
they have a
modern
fireplace.
TV. Cute coasters and everything.
Yeah.
It's super clean. It smells really nice in here.
And no shoes allowed, so
Yeah, we like that as an Asian
Yeah.
household.
she's white, so I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
This is
Nice,
the
the guest book.
Airbnb guest book. A lot of good reviews, as you can tell.
Yeah, bunch of like I guess like what do you call it? Like tourism stuff about what they clean, the Wi-Fi,
She said like.
and then we have a nice board game room and like an iron. She didn't show us this, but you can see that this is actually the laundry machine
Yeah,
as
washer,
well. So
dryer.
if you want to wash,
You just knock up here to get access to them upstairs.
yeah, if we need them. And then there's a nice big washroom here. Lots of lotions, soaps, and there's like thousands and thousands of towels. She's a big towel fan. She made that very clear.
All right, the final room.
Yeah, so it's like the main bedroom. And there's another TV in here, and again, Netflix, Crave, lots of cover, or lots of blankets. They already turn on the AC, so it's nice and cool for us if we're cold. There's the fireplace and everything. Oh, even like a nice jewelry box for, you know, ladies who like to wear jewelry, so you can put it off for the night. Yeah, choose like open all the drawers you want and
You
stuff.
can't go in this door because there's no window, so they lock it.
Well, it's because it's technically not a legal suite according to Airbnb because it has no windows, so they actually legally can't rent it out. But I guess they used to.
Looks like that. But yeah, I think that's it.
Well,
That's
there's the
tour.
kitchen.
Oh yeah, one more place, the kitchen.
We bought this at a dollar store, but she also provided us with some baked goods for the morning,
Croissants.
some fruit, some protein or granola bars, coffee, like even like some condiments in like the fridge, butter, cream, and you can also do like a lot of cooking here. She has
The engineering here,
bowls,
because the
spice
dad
rack.
was a
The husband,
or the husband's
the
like
carpenter,
a
and he
carpenter.
built this
So you
entire
can even
space.
move this out,
Yeah.
and there's like a neat little cabinet
Yeah.
in it too. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then also, you may wonder, like, oh, why are there holes in the cupboard, right? That's what we were thinking, right? It's because if you bring wine, you can stick it in. I don't know. I thought that was really unique.
Use your imagination.
Yeah, so it's a really lovely place, and like they have a really nice like patio and garden, like wind chimes, very quiet and such. Yeah, it's like a really great space. I would really recommend this place if you're stopping in Merritt. I think like for the price, it's like it's definitely better than a lot of hotels in my opinion.
Agreed.
Yeah, so if you book this place, you should tell them, oh, Kayla and Nick. Actually, I didn't tell her my name. It's like Nick and Kayla recommended this place, so I booked it. So, yeah, okay. Well, that's it. We're gonna probably sleep because we got
See you
to go in the
guys.
morning. But,
Good night.
yeah, good night.
We made some
So
popcorn.
this is the Dollarama popcorn. It smells actually really good and looks really buttery. So,
It's a mountain. Time to eat.
yeah.
All right, good morning, everyone. This is the Airbnb. This is Andy sleeping. And Kayla's gonna give us a tour. It's our first time going into the patio. Okay, well, I will be giving everyone a tour. Hey, Canadian Banana Travels. Today is day 2 of our Banff trip, road trip. We have Andy over here, centering on him.
Hello, good morning, good morning. We're in this Airbnb right now. We're at the patio, and this is such a lovely place. We got these nice seats here, kind of vintage style, and then we're gonna have some pizza, leftover pizza,
Zoom in
like
on the
furnace
pizza.
styled pizza
From
for breakfast. And then I have
Vancouver.
and this is Vancouver
And
pizza.
and our Tim Hortons
Exactly.
Keurig coffee.
Homemade coffee
Throw me a slice.
is offered. You can take one and try it.
Italy or what?
Drink it with the coffee.
Very good.
Very good, very good, very good. Now it's my turn. Not bad.
Anyway, so
It's good.
today we're bringing you guys on a trip to Salmon Arm. We're gonna visit a museum that's 40 acres large, and then we'll also hit up some restaurants. There's a pot pie restaurant that Nathan wants to try out, so we'll try that.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna end the day with a little bit of camping.
Yeah, so you'll see us drive to a campsite where we'll set up 2 tents and camp out there. So it's gonna be a big difference from what you saw yesterday in the Airbnb here versus what you'll see tonight in the campsite.
Right, right.
All right, see you guys there.
Yeah, we're going to Salmon Arm. Destination.
All right, we made it to our first pit stop. This is where we're gonna get our pot pies, but there's a fair going on right here. We're in Salmon Arm. Actually, it's Shuswap. I don't know.
I like the stores. It's kind of different than a lot of street shops here.
Okay, we are heading over now to the restaurant. Okay, we are going to go to Shuswap Pie Shop. This is Shuswap Pie Company. We have made it.
Let's check it out.
Wow, there's a lineup. We got the most popular strawberry pie and the steak pie, and got Andy a coffee.
Literally instant. We sat
Instantly,
down.
we got it. Andy has
We can walk around the waterfront if we want.
It's Salmon Arm Forest District. This is the parking lot.
Okay, anything else you want, Andy?
I think that's it.
That's good.
So far, so good.
Yeah, having some iced coffee I got at the Shuswap Pie Company.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
You enter here, you pay admission fee. Okay, so you pay like, I think it's $55 for 4 people. It's a bit over $10 a person, and you get a wristband to go in. Yeah, anything special about this place?
I just came here in high school for a trip, and I thought it was really amazing because I'm a big fan of the Burnaby Heritage Museum, and this is probably like at least 10 times bigger. So excited to be back and just
All right.
see everything that's
We
here.
will take you on the journey. Okay, the church behind us was built in 1911, or started operations in 1911. This is the Spring of Heather, and they sell food here. This is the menu. deli sandwiches, soup of the day, shepherd's pie. We can stop by here in a bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you want.
All right, so here is sort of the gold mining area, and you can mine for gold here. I don't know if you can see,
They did pan. So
but it looks pretty.
Yeah. So they were
not
trying
gold
to
in
pan the
here.
water and see if there's very residual amounts of gold.
Yeah, we
You
can
can
go for
try
fun.
it.
And there's even instructions, so we will try that right now.
It's investment banking way back in the day.
Shovel a bit here. They recommend 4 to 5 handfuls of dirt, and then you lower your pan into the water, and basically what that does is it removes all the lightweight material because of the density. So only the heavier weight ones will remain, and then hopefully there's gold bits in it.
See
Because
anything?
gold's heavy. I could be butchering this, but
It does. It would be like a speck of gold.
it's kind of like washing rice when you think about it.
Gold's really expensive.
Do you see anything?
It wouldn't be that easy to find them.
Yeah.
Real
There's a
gold,
chance
at
that there is no more gold and it's been mined out. I don't know
No,
what.
they did pan. You can like do it on like a river or something. You just pan. You just do panning for gold.
All right, we have some horse carriages here. Back in the day. Take a peek. This is what it says. Strawberry rhubarb fruit pie. Smells good. Smells fruity. Cheers.
Taste it. It's like a very sweet one.
Okay, I will try the pie from Pie Company. Yeah, it tastes like a pie.
Does it taste like rhubarb?
I don't really taste the strawberry. I think it's the rhubarb. I don't know what rhubarb is.
It's a fruit, I think. Or very.
The crust is very like thick and flaky. It's
I
good.
think it's worth it.
$4, not bad. All right. It's a vegetable. Go for it.
Let's go. My turn. A little piece. Well, yeah, I taste the rhubarb. It's a strong one. And the steak and stout pie. There it is.
Good.
I really like this one. You can taste like the steak is really infused inside.
This little thing was like $14.50. It's good. Looks good. All right, Nate, you can
I
try
think
it.
this one's well made.
That's good. This is the steak and stout. The stout is I think it's some sort of beer, like dry aged dark beer. And there's the carrot. Oh, very good. Maybe Taylor can try some.
After the Haney family who lived here. R.J. Haney, who our village is named after, was the first of the Haneys to come here to Salmon Arm. He came here in 1902. Before moving here, he was a train conductor up in the Yukon. He had moved there from Winnipeg following the gold rush, and being a very successful train conductor and being one of the few people with a steady source of income, it's likely he acted as a money lender as well. So by the time he came down here, he was rather wealthy. Wealthy enough to buy all 80 acres of his land in cash. So, I'm not. So he bought his land, built a small log cabin, which no longer exists, but it was a little further on that way, and sent for his family who was living in Winnipeg. His wife Maggie, his daughter Marjorie, and his son Vern. They moved on down, quickly found out small log cabin, too small for the family of 4. So they moved out of that place, made a homestead very close to where this house was. That one burned down in 1909, and then they built this house in 1910, and this is where it has always stayed. Door hinges. RJ, because of his wealth, considered himself kind of an upper class man, and he liked to kind of show off that he was a gentleman. So you'll see it in these brass door hinges here, and in the interior you'll see a lot of stained glass windows. However, all that money didn't buy much common sense, as these door hinges do not work. As you'll enter on in, you'll see the cloakroom. Fur was both fashionable and practical at the time, and there was no moral objection to it. In the center left is a buffalo fur coat. Up above are metal hat boxes, which would have prevented your hat from getting damaged or soiled. And down below is a croquet set for when days in the house got a little too boring. You could go play croquet outside. And as you enter on into the foyer, you'll notice these beautiful stained glass panels on either side of the door. Those are original to the house from the 1910s. However, the one on the door itself had to be replaced in the 80s because the center of the mantelpiece is a charcoal enhanced photograph of Maggie from the 1880s. On her right, my left, is RJ with his rather famous mustache, that big handlebar mustache. Don't feel too bad if you think that photo is not the absolute best. The original size of the photo was about this big, or the size of a stamp, so very small. On the left of Maggie is baby Vern, who would not live in this house as a baby, but would live here as a full-grown man. So it's likely he did not have that on his mantelpiece. And on the furthest left is Maggie again, sitting out front of the house here knitting away. She really liked to knit, and she really liked to garden. That's why we have such nice gardens here. They're kind of a continuation, extension, and homage to her gardens. Hollyhocks were her favorite flowers, which you will see here in spades. Over here is the Bedford family piano. The Bedford family are a rather important family here in town. They moved here in 1909 and set up the first local pharmacy. The Bedfords had this piano pre-1920s. We know this because in the Bedford pharmacy replica we have here in town, there's a photograph of the Bedfords all sitting in front of this piano here, dated to the 1920s. Right over here is a phonograph from the 1950s. A little bit of newer technology. RJ and Maggie would have never had a phonograph like this one, but the renters would have had something similar. And Vern and Olive, if they were staying very up to date, could have had something very similar to this as well. And back over here is a bird. Now the Haneys never owned a bird, but the renters did. They owned a much larger bird. It was a parrot. And as parrots do, it learned how to talk. It learned to say, feed me. So it'd say, feed me, feed me, feed me. That got really annoying, so by cause and effect, the bird learned swear words, because they kept cussing at the bird whenever it would say, feed me. This is an example of an Edwardian-style house from the Edwardian period. The Edwardian period being 1901 to 1910, during the reign of King Edward in England. One thing about Edwardian-style housing is they really like using dark wood as paneling to their house. This dark wood absorbs a lot of the light of the house, and this place didn't get electricity until around 1918, about 5 years past when Salmon Arm got electricity in 1913. So for that 8-year period from 1910 when the house was built to 1918 when the house got electricity, the only way this house was illuminated was by lanterns, candles, and natural light. And during the winter there was not a lot of that natural light, so this house was quite dark indeed. We like to imagine RJ and Maggie have just stepped out of the house and went on into town. Over here we have RJ's spectacles right next to his cribbage board. He loved playing cribbage, would commonly go into town to compete. And right over here on the chair we have Maggie's knitting needles. She loved to knit. Alrighty, we can head on into the kitchen. The kitchen, the proverbial heart of the home. It was the heart of the home in many ways. One, this is where food was made, and the quickest way to somebody's heart is through their stomach, as the old saying goes. But also because right below us in the basement was the coal burning furnace. This house stays rather cold because the windows are not insulated well. So when it becomes wintertime, you needed a powerful furnace to be able to live in this house and be comfortable. So they had a powerful coal furnace downstairs, and they commonly took big bags of coal either through the big bomber doors located outside, or through that door right there, which also led down to the basement. This room was one of the most badly damaged rooms when we got the house. We had to chip away the flooring to find the original flooring color and material, replicate it, put it down, repaint the walls, and install the furniture here. You can kind of tell it's a bit newer. The paint on the walls is called flesh, which was the typical paint color used in the 1910s. That shows how dedicated we are to getting the right paint color as exact as possible, because you can't really go to your local paint store and say, I want to cover my walls in flesh. They call the cops. Over here is a replica sink from the 1910s. On the right is cold water. Cold water was pumped from a nearby creek using a diesel generator. so it was very, very cold and not the safest to drink from. And on the left here was hot water. Hot water, at least throughout the house, was very limited. As you imagine, a coal furnace only produces so much hot water when it is running, and on days like today, you would not have the coal furnace running, so you would not be having hot water through the pipes. Over here is a wood-burning stove. A very reliable piece of technology. Many people had these well past when their houses got electricity. However, it did require certain knack and know-how to be able to use, as you'd have to put in the wood right over here and spread that heat throughout the entire stove. Right over here is the answer to most of the hot water problems in the house, the hot water reservoir. You'd fill that up with water, and while you were cooking, it would heat up. So after you were done cooking, you'd have hot water to do the dishes with, as well as for any other purpose. And up here is where you put bread to help it rise. It stayed at rather nice temperatures, which was nice for rising bread. And over here is the ice box. Most people can guess what an ice box is a precursor to. It's a precursor to the fridge. So it gets rather cold around here, -30, and has been the coldest while I've been here. When that happens, the lakes and ponds in the area freeze over. When that happens, the men would go out there with their hammer awls and saws and cut off big chunks of the lake ice. They then put these on sleds, attach them to horses, carry it themselves to small log cabins called ice houses. Ice houses were insulated using sawdust and stayed cold all year round, so there was always ice in these ice houses. So whenever you need ice, you go over to the ice house, pick some off, put it up here, and keep your food and perishables right down here because cold stinks. This is where the modern idea of a freezer at the top and a fridge at the bottom comes from, because if you truly wanted to keep your food as cold as possible, you pack it right next to the ice. So this room that's behind this door initially was a double-sided walk-through pantryway, which meant you could get straight from the dining room through this door. However, it is now a washroom. That is because when Vern and Olive moved in here, Olive was a rather sickly woman, so Vern wanted to install a downstairs washroom for her for ease of access. So he installed a washroom in what used to be the walk-through pantryway, and he sealed it over with the built-in buffet that we will see in the dining room. Alrighty, we can head on over to the dining room. This is the dining room. Manners and formality at the time dictated that this room was only to be used for special events, such as friends and family visiting or celebrations such as Thanksgiving or Christmas. However, as you may have noticed, the kitchen does not have a secondary eating space, so it is likely the Haneys came and ate in here whenever they couldn't eat out on the patio. This china set was a wedding gift of the Sedgwicks. These are Sedgwicks right here. They are from Silver Creek, which is a nearby local community. However, this china set is from England. Due to our ties with the British Empire, we thought that anything coming from Britain, or as we called it, the old country, was of higher and better quality. So a china set from England was a very nice gift indeed. Over here we see some examples of Edwardian-style dressage from around 1911. We know it's from 1911 because that's when the Empress waistline got introduced, that rather high waistline on the dresses. People on the Titanic would have worn dresses incredibly similar to this one. In the center here is a portrait of Eddie Turner, son of Robert Turner and eldest son of the Turner family. The Turner family were very successful apple farmers in the area, owning all the land from Jackson High School down to the hospital. Eventually, their apples made their way all the way to the east coast of Canada and even beyond into Europe during the First and Second World Wars. In fact, there's a story of a boat being sunk in the Atlantic, and all the sailors are clinging to different parts of the wreckages, and one of the big parts of the wreckages was a big box of Turner apples here from Salmon Arm. So our apples made it quite a far way away. Over here, this built-in buffet is not original to the house as mentioned. Originally, it would have been a straight walk-through pantry, so you'd immediately be able to go through the kitchen through that door. However, in 1940s, Vern installed this to act as a nice back wall for his washroom. As you'll see, he did a rather good job as the wood matches rather nicely. Finally, right over here, we have a photograph of Marjorie, the lady who eventually willed us this house. She's a rather nice lady, so please ignore her rather risque dress. You can almost see her knees. An interesting thing about this typewriter, and many early typewriters like it, were the keys swaying from the side as opposed to up and down. That was typical of earlier typewriters. Alrighty, we can head on up the stairs, and as we head on up the stairs, you'll be able to look out these beautiful lead-lined windows, which provide a lot of the natural light of the house. And if you look through these left windows here, you'll see the hollyhocks, those very tall flowers. Those were Maggie's favorite flowers. So those top windows are original to the house from the 1910s. However, the bottom windows had to be replaced in the 50s. That's because when one of the renters was living here, their son decided to use boat gas as a stove accelerant because the stove wasn't turning on. That blew up and blew out the bottom windows, which had to be replaced by an insurance company. Originally, the bedrooms on my left would have been a his and hers master bedroom. However, we've set up the bedroom right over here on the right as if it was the master bedroom and as if RJ and maybe loved each other a whole lot more. As you'll look around the room, you'll notice more examples of Edwardian style dressage from around 1901 to around 1912. Some still very formal, but some definitely more informal, such as the nightgown on the dresser. You'll also notice the mattress is rather tall. That's because mattresses at the time were made of a material called feather tickling. Feather tickling, despite the name, wasn't very comfortable, so mattresses were built very tall to kind of allow the most cushion for you to sleep on. And underneath the bed are two separate artifacts. On the left is a chamber pot. This house gets cold, and with a second-story washroom, at least initially, the pipes rose over with regularity. So you commonly need to use the chamber pot anytime you didn't want to be trekking through a couple feet of snow to go to the outhouse. And on the right is a hot water bottle or a piggy. A hot water bottle was put under the bed sheets to help warm the bed. A hot water bottle was a bit of a luxury item, not because it was expensive to purchase, but because many people just used hot stones that they heated up on the stove. It is the children's room. The Haneys would have never had a children's room like this room when the house was built in the 1910s, because by that time, Merritt had already moved out of the house, and Marjorie was an older teenager, so good luck trying to get her to stay in a room like this. However, this is how a children's room would have looked like for somebody of their wealth and status in the 1910s in Salmon Arm. As you'll look around the room, you'll notice that a lot of the toys appear handmade, because they are handmade. Factory-made toys were very hard to come across in small frontier towns like this. Really, there were only two ways to get factory-made toys. One, you could buy them from the general merchants, which would be rather expensive as they were the only ones selling the physical toy immediately. Or you could order them off a catalog, which would take a long time as your order would have to be shipped, processed, and shipped back all along the Canadian Railway. So imagine doing some of your Christmas shopping right around now. However, the Haneys were pretty wealthy and patient, so they had some factory-made toys, such as the small Singer sewing machine, the periscope, and the exterior of that dollhouse. Most other toys were created by friends and family of anybody who had children. As you'll see in the closet back there, you'll see some christening dresses from around the 1900s. Over here is the lavatory, or the water closet, as they called it at the time. As you can see, it was typical to keep the toilet and the bathtub separated in two separate rooms. The toilet was made by a Vancouver-based company that was created in the 1910s, so we do think the Haneys had plumbing relatively quick to when they built this house. On the right is an example of a claw-footed tub. It's a claw-footed tub because it's up on those clubbed feet, a little bit of a rarer sight to see nowadays in Canada. Everybody would have shared the same bathwater, and it would have gone father, mother, oldest, youngest. That is where the saying, don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Over here is the second bedroom and sewing room. On the mattress is one of the oldest artifacts we have, the bed cover. It was made in 1866. In the back right of the room, you will see a Singer sewing machine from the 1870s. Sewing was an incredibly popular and very practical hobby to have at the time, as clothes cost comparatively more back then than they do today, especially in small town Salmon Arm, where most of the clothes were handmade. So you wanted clothes to last as long as possible, and sewing allowed that to happen. Also, if you had children, you'd likely sew them together clothes every couple of months. And if you did buy them nice clothes, you'd have to lengthen them or shorten them to suit the child, and repair any damage the child invariably did to them. And the final room over here is Baby Ruth's room, and the creepy doll room. So Baby Ruth was born to Mr. and Mrs. Brooks in the 1920s. Mr. and Mrs. Brooks already had 3 grown sons, And old enough to be grandparents, they were incredibly surprised and very blessed when they had a daughter, baby Ruth. Mr. Brooks doted upon his daughter, loved her so much. So much so, he dedicated around 300 paintings to her early life, titled the Baby Ruth Collection. And this was before Instagram or Facebook, but that didn't stop him from captioning all of his images. Alrighty, do you guys have any questions for me?
What's like this other machine here beside like the ironing board on the left?
That's a, I believe that's for making string. For like,
Oh, I see.
it's a sewing wheel.
Oh, okay.
Have any questions?
Was it common to sort of eat breakfast and food
Oh yeah, yep.
in your bedroom?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was. You
this-
commonly get your breakfast, if you were the husband, served to you by your wife.
Wow.
Or if you had servants, sometimes they would serve you the breakfast as well.
Is this like a heater?
Yep, that's a little space heater. Right where we're standing is actually the hottest spot in the house. So during the colder winter days, the Haneys would come and sleep on the floor right here.
And who used this?
So this is here for a very important reason called lack of museum storage space. So we were given this wheelchair, and it's a beautiful wheelchair. It's from the 1910s. However, it doesn't actually really suit into this house because we don't think anybody used a wheelchair in this house. It just kind of matches.
And it's huge.
Yeah.
I feel like a giant.
Well, we rely on donations here. We get a lot of donations, and we try not to say no. But that causes us to have a lot of stuff that we don't really need. We have 4 grand pianos we don't use because there's only so many places you can stick a piano.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Any other questions?
No.
Alrighty, I hope you guys enjoyed your tour.
Okay, quick pit stop. This is the horseshoe
Ring
toss, or the ring toss.
Each player / team throws their chosen color of rings. If those same color, opposite stake.
So this might be wrong, but what we're going to do is it's going to be Andy and Nate, one team, me and Kayla, the other team. We're going to stand at the center and try to hit the stake in the center on this side, and then one on this side, and we'll see who gets the most points.
Okay.
First try. Let's go.
No.
Okay, that's
okay.
0 points. My turn.
Okay, unfortunate. I didn't realize it would fly that far.
Get out of the way, Andy.
It's pretty easy actually.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, get us back in this. Oh!
Pretty
very
good.
nice.
I know the technique now.
I don't think
Oh!
we did it all.
Oh.
Okay.
Sweater. Where?
Okay, you actually have to hold it by this metal rod.
Very good.
Ooh!
Broadview School. They have a class in like a few minutes. Okay, we're actually in school right now. That's crazy.
School bag too.
We have a school day.
So, my name is Mr. Irwin, and I will be your school teacher for today. May everybody get up on the left-hand side of their desk, and we are going to sing our national anthem.
Oh.
Alrighty, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. God save our gracious King. Long live our noble King. God save the King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the King. Very good, you may be seated. So as stated before, my name is Mr. Irwin. Mr. Irwin is a sign of respect. So when I ask a question, I expect yes, Mr. Irwin, or no, Mr. Irwin. Is that understood?
Yes, Mr. Irwin.
Very good. Alrighty, has everybody done their morning chores today?
Yes, Mr. Irwin.
Yes, Mr. Irwin.
Well, did any of you bring in any firewood?
No, Mr. Irwin.
Well, in 1918, the only way that this school was heated was through the metal furnace right back there. And it would have been the job of you students who bring in firewood to help warm up the classroom. However, it's a pretty warm day out today, so I'm sure it's okay that we don't have firewood. However, I must ask, and this usually goes without saying, did any of you remember to bring your handkerchief?
No, Mr. Irwin.
No, Mr. Irwin.
One. So, a handkerchief was a true sign of a gentleman or a lady. It could be used to wipe your hands, wipe your face, and in some cases even wipe the chalkboard in front of you. Now, I'm a nice teacher. I can forgive forgetting firewood, but I cannot forgive forgetting your handkerchief. Luckily, I'm a modern teacher, and I believe in collective individual punishment. So do I have a volunteer who is willing to come on up and wear the dunce cap?
Yes, Mr. Irwin.
Yeah, let's go!
And you may go sit in the corner. Hold it on your head. And come over here. So the dunce cap was the form of punishment in 1918. Not only would it serve to publicly humiliate whoever was wearing the dunce cap, but it also would have prevented them from following along with the lesson on the board, as they didn't have a chalkboard in front of them, and it's a hard angle to look at. Have you learned your lesson?
Yes, Mr. Irwin.
Alright, bring back the dunce cap.
Thank you, Mr. Irwin.
So class, today we will be working on the 3 R's. Can anybody tell me what the 3 R's are?
No, Mr. Irwin.
Reading, writing, and arithmetic are the 3 R's of the curriculum. Despite only one of those starting with an R, those are the 3 R's. We will start first with our reading. How confident are we all in our reading? Pretty confident? Alrighty. So do I have a volunteer who can read this first sentence?
Me, Mr. Irwin. If a task is once begun.
Very good. Do I have a volunteer to read this second sentence?
Sure. Never leave it till it's done.
Very good. And this third sentence?
I'll do it, Mr. Irwin. Be the labor big or small.
Very good. And all together on the count of 3, we will do the final sentence. 1, 2, 3. Do it well or not at all. Very good reading, everybody. Next, we will work on our writing. Does everybody here know how to write their own name?
Yes,
Yes,
Yes.
Mr. Irwin.
Very good. Do we know how to write it in cursive?
Yes,
Yes,
Probably.
Alrighty, on the chalkboards in front of you, would you please try to write your name in cursive? Alrighty, class, is everybody finished up?
Yep.
Alrighty, show me your boards. Very well done, all around. Very well done. Alright, we've done our reading, we've done our writing, we're practicing Shakespeare. But how good are we at our arithmetic? Arithmetic, or the study of numbers, we will start first with addition and subtraction. Can anybody tell me what 3 plus 4 is?
7.
Raise your hand.
Oh.
7.
Very good. 7 minus 1.
It's 6, Mr. Irwin.
Very good. 2 plus 3.
It's 5.
Very good. 3 plus 1.
4, Mr.
Very good. 6 minus 3.
3, Mr. Irwin.
Well done. 1 plus 1.
It's 2, Mr. Irwin.
Very good. And 5 minus 4.
I think it's 1, Mr. Irwin.
Very good. Alrighty. We know our addition and subtraction very well. But how well do we know our multiplication? Can anybody tell me what 2 multiplied by 3 is?
6, Mr. Irwin.
Very good. 2 multiplied by 2.
It's 4, Mr. Irwin.
Very good. 4 multiplied by 2.
What if I say it's 6, Mr. Irwin?
Well, that would be incorrect.
No.
So, an easy way to do multiplication is you find one number and then you put it into the amount of groups of the second number. So you'll have 2 4s. How much is that?
8.
Very good. Yes, it is 8. Now can anybody do this final one?
Ooh, that's hard.
I know it's a little tricky.
Could it be 0?
Very good, yes. 3 multiplied by 0 is 0. Because when you have no groups of 3, you have 0. Alright, we've done our reading, we've done our writing, and we've done our arithmetic. However, that's not where class ends. Next up, we will work on our history. Can anybody tell me who this is?
No, Mr. Irwin.
Oh, maybe King Edward?
Not King Edward. After King Edward.
King Charles?
No.
Nate.
King Henry.
No.
King Philip?
No. That's France.
Can we get a hint?
Starts with a G.
King George?
Yes, King George. Can anybody tell me which King George he was?
Probably not, Mr. Irwin.
King George the Fourth, Mr.
No, he was not King George the Fourth.
The third.
Not the third.
Higher or lower? The second?
Not the second, no.
King George the Sixth.
Not the sixth, no.
It's the first. Is it the first?
Not the first, no.
The fifth?
Yes, King George the Fifth. Correct. Yes, this is King George the Fifth. Now, can anybody tell me his wife's name?
Elizabeth?
Not Elizabeth.
Queen Victoria?
Not Queen Victoria, no.
Another hint?
Starts with an M.
Margaret?
No.
Marjorie?
No.
Marionette.
Very close.
Queen Mary.
Mary?
Queen Mary, correct. Yes, this is Queen Consort Mary. Very good. Those were the king and queen in 1918, and they served up until their granddaughter took over the role in Queen Elizabeth. Can anybody tell me what this flag is called?
The British flag?
Yes, the British flag, but it has a special name. Can anybody tell me what the special name is?
The Old Country flag?
No.
Columbia flag?
No.
Can we get a hint?
The back part of its name is called Jack.
Jack Bridget?
No. There's a first word and the second word is Jack.
Oh, something.
Can we get a hint on the first word?
Starts with a U.
Uncle
Union
Jack.
of Jack?
Oh.
United Jack?
Close. Union Jack. It's a Union Jack as it represented the Union of the United Kingdom. Each color represented not only a kingdom, but also a moral we as members of the British Empire were supposed to uphold. The red represented courage, the white purity, and the blue bravery. Alright guys, remember that, it's called a Union Jack. Alright, and for our final lesson, we will do geography. Do I have a volunteer who is willing to come on up and point out on the board where Salmon Arm is?
How about you go?
Okay, I'll try.
He needs it.
What is it?
No.
Just try your best.
Wrong. We're right over there. That's the Shuswap Lake.
Huh?
Well done, you're pretty close. Give him a round of applause.
The map's very big.
Okay, alright class, we've done reading, writing, arithmetic. We did very well on those. Our history was alright. And our geography was pretty good. That satisfies me as a teacher. Do you guys have any questions for me before class ends?
Is that a punishment device? I see.
Yes, the strap. Yes. This, and the Dunce Hat were all forms of punishment. However, we are no longer allowed to use them.
What would warrant? Is that punishment?
This one? Well, usually it would be a principal offense. So anything that you would go and see your principal, like go sent to the office, you would be hit with the strap. What was more common with teachers was a meter stick. And what they do is you put out your knuckles and they slap them as hard as they could. Any other questions?
What would make a student go to the principal's office?
Depends on the teacher. Usually it's rowdiness. Fights would commonly be sending you to the principal's office. Cheating on exams would probably also likely end up in the principal's office.
How old were the students here?
So there would have been kindergartens, so around 6 or 7, all the way up to grade 8.
Oh, what?
All learning together at the same time.
So one class for kindergartens and grade 8s.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Well, it would have been kindergarten, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, all the way up to grade 8.
And how many different teachers would a class have?
A class in this room would only have one teacher.
One teacher.
Yep, one teacher would teach in the class.
How long would the classes be?
They'd be 6 hours, very typical. They haven't changed much. What would vary is the class sizes. As you imagine, learning in a school environment was less important than learning from your father. So, if you were required to go work on the farm, you would not come into class. So, any other questions?
Is that, or does that have like a special?
Yes, this is if somebody really misbehaves, they sit up by the teacher.
Put a tooth cap.
Dunce Hat?
Well, that one sometimes.
I see that there are some benches here and benches on the side. Is that if there are too many students?
Well, the benches here are just to accommodate more people, but the benches in front are because if you'll look underneath you, that some of the chairs are connected. So this one comes with the desk attached, and it's to kind of make it easier to store.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I think that's it.
Alrighty, class. You have satisfied me as your teacher, and you are now dismissed, and you may go enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, so we are in the old kind of like fire hall, and they have these buckets that are rounded on the bottom. And they said the reason why is because it can't be used for other tasks if it's rounded at the bottom. But you can take a look at like the trucks back then. A lot different from the ones right now. A Jeep too, crazy.
The wood looks more.
This is
This is
a
the
whole
pay
year.
wage
Like, if you-
per
if you-
year for a firefighter.
Gross it up.
Fire chief,
accounting for
$50.
inflation,
1913.
would have been-
Okay, we have made it in the car. Andy is now driving.
This is a Ford. Is it a Model T? Very old.
Same
This is what-
positioning in the
Look at this.
Ford.
Wow.
Yes.
The steering wheel is very close to me.
This is
Uncomfortably
actually
close.
quite comfortable back here.
Yeah, it's uncomfortably close how the steering wheel is
Let's
positioned.
take a peek in.
But there's 3 pedals. I think a accelerator, brake, and a clutch. I assume. But there are no gears, so I don't know. Oh, maybe it's a one for reverse.
Okay, so we made it to the restaurant. We'll see what is in here.
Oh, yeah.
For today?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We've got seating in here, and we also have seating outside.
So the food has arrived. Kayla, you wanna tell everyone what we got?
Okay, so we have 2 sandwiches to share. These are $12 each. This is the harvest, which has like ham, I think honey mustard, like mixed vegetables, yeah. And then this one's roast beef, and I can see there's like maybe like a pickle and such with it. And then we have some nice potato wedges with spicy ketchup, and then their daily soup special, which is
That looks good.
I typed them in already, too.
bread and butter. So, bon appetit.
We stopped at our first pit stop
Oh, look at this.
just to get a view.
Very beautiful lookout point. Just a random stop.
There's a dog.
Hello, doggy.
It's a doggy.
Looks like a Labrador Retriever. But I'm not good at dog breeds.
Cafe.
I could be wrong.
That's the view.
Yeah. Beach and lake.
All right, we are at a beach.
Yes, we're in Sycamoose right now. So this is our. We were in Salmon Arm earlier today, and now we're just stopping by a few places for sightseeing purposes because we need to kill some time before we end the day with camping. But right now, look at this beautiful view and the mountains back there.
Okay, so we made it to the cafe called Malacqua Cafe en route to our campsite, and they're known for their burgers here, so we will try it out. Oh, water
Amazing.
Damn, Andy, where we at?
Oh, this is our first night in the camping area. We're in Beardale Riverside. So
Campsite.
let's have a show around.
So how we know it's ours is we called the guy and he's like, yo, your spot's reserved with your name on it.
So
Bam, reserved with Yao. All right.
So organized.
This is our camping table, the campsite here, start a fire,
Yay.
and our gear is in the car, so we'll get set up and show you guys the result. Okay, we have made it to the river.
Beardale, I think, Riverside Camping Ground. It's a private camping ground, and it's right beside the river. We just finished tenting, and we actually bought some wood from the owner, which is really nice of
For
him.
$10, and he gave us a match too.
Yeah, well,
lighter.
just a lighter. So it's really nice. Look at this. How many times do you get to get this close to the river?
That's so cool. And we just booked the whitewater rafting,
Yeah, in
which
Golden.
will be Monday.
Yes.
So in 2 days.
Yes, so very excited, very last minute. It was actually something I had planned. Well, it was on the wish list, but I never really acted on it. But now we're acting on it, so.
All right.
Woo-hoo.
Okay, so the campfire is almost ready. We just gotta light it. It should be good. Lit it.